I saw somebody deep frying watermelon. What you frying watermelon for?
That's why I was like, some of that stuff is ridiculous.
It looked like chicken.
It's a brand new day. Hey. Wake up every morning and say it's a brand new day. Hey. Take a good day, make it great, okay? 'Cause if you got some lemons, make some lemonade. Yeah, taste those clouds away. It's a brand new day. Hey. It's a brand new day.
Hello and welcome to Women of Abundant Wealth, where we aspire women as well as inspire women to be healthy, wealthy, and whole. As I always say, down in your soul. I'm your host, Kathy.
I'm Shamila.
And thank you for joining us today. We brought back one of our guests from last season, Kamece Green of Let It Burn. So she's here with us today, and we're going to do a demonstration of what Let It Burn is all about for our audience that didn't catch it last time. You ready, Kamece?
Right,
I'm ready.
Oh,
I'm
did
ready.
you get a pen?
I didn't get a pen.
Oh, can we get another pen around here?
Sorry,
I
I do
don't
have
help
a few
myself.
things. I have a few things I need to burn.
I know.
Well, you
This was
borrow my pen.
This was great, and after like going to the event and
borrow my
experiencing
pen.
it, that was great.
It
I
was.
had
I'm
such a
glad
good
you ladies
time.
enjoyed
Oh,
it.
I
Yeah.
had such a good time.
And I was so happy that you came because you actually brought a little personality to the event and kind of helped boost everybody up a little bit. So that helped me. I felt really happy to see people out there talking to y'all and taking their pictures and engaging. I loved it. I really did. I really did love it. So from here on out, y'all will be at every single
You want us there? Okay.
Yeah, because I think that brings a lot of little class to it.
Okay. It's called Red Carpet.
Red carpet, that's it. Next time we might have an orange carpet.
Okay. That would be nice.
Yes, we should
that would be
definitely do that.
different.
That's your-
Flaming,
that's
a
your
flaming
signature
carpet.
Flaming, yeah.
It could be a flaming
Yeah.
carpet.
Yeah.
Because I do
Carpet.
know it's a couple of people that actually make carpet.
Okay.
So I
You
might,
could probably even buy one like that.
and like flames.
Oh, that would be powerful.
Yep,
I
your
think you
flaming
should
carpet.
do
Walk
that.
the flaming carpet.
Yeah, I have. To,
I like that.
I have to think. I have to look and see if I can find one. So, as y'all remember, you're supposed to write down things that are preventing you from living in your purpose. Oh, you already got it.
Oh yeah.
And also, I've learned that not only people write down things that are preventing them from living in their purpose, they also write down things that they just want to burn from happening to like other people. Like a lot of mothers wrote down protection over my son, remove.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, remove that alcoholism or drugs or a lot of our young men have very bad tempers due to their past or whatever the case may be. So I had a lot of ladies just write that down. So,
I like that because I never thought about that.
I didn't
I just
either.
be selfish. She's doing it for myself.
That's not being selfish.
Yeah, that is being selfish. Shamila, you over there being selfish.
Kathy, it's about me.
Yeah, it was. Hey,
I got issues.
at that point, it was
They
all
can burn.
about you just following directives.
They can do their own let it burn.
I'm glad you said that because I really needed to
Yeah.
write that.
Why are you in our show? We have a girl talk, not girl and talk with mom. No. Okay, I was playing.
Now she want to use your mouth.
Ooh.
There we go.
That's nice.
Oh,
And it looks good.
It looks real good.
yeah. This time it better burn.
It's gonna burn.
It's gonna burn this time.
Hey,
Taking a long
let
time.
me stick mine up in here.
Dang.
Get on in there.
Kind of warm. Ooh. See this heat back there.
Wait a minute. I got to do it inside again.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it like yours.
You gotta torpedo that thing in there.
There
we go.
I was gonna say now it's not acting right for you.
Yeah, that needs to burn for real.
Mine
I need that to
too.
really burn.
I feel like I need you one every day.
Yeah, sometimes
hold on.
you have to speak over your kids, and you have to speak over whoever your parents, because
Yeah, that's
my mom at this time, she needs to be spoken over, because she don't realize she's a mess right now.
Oh wow.
And then and that's a lot. Like a lot of our parents, like older people, they kind of just stuck in their ways. And
Oh,
they
they
don't think
do.
that any of that works. Like I try to tell my mom stuff sometimes. Like, you watch this. I did this already. I'm like, okay. And because you are their child,
Yeah, you have to
feel
be
like
respectful.
You don't, or they feel like you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
You can't tell them what to do. I'm
Like my
listen.
mom, I was telling her she needed to start walking because she was getting overweight and she was resistant to it at first. So I was like, Mama, all you gotta do is go outside and walk about 10-15 minutes every day. And finally she got into it, and now she's losing weight.
That's good.
Oh, see?
She's like, my clothes are kind of falling off me now.
Oh, that's
You gotta
good.
listen. I just feel like at any age we can't look at younger people and think they don't know more than us because they're younger. They don't know something. They may not know more than us, but they know something that we don't know.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
can't just look at
But
them and say,
people
"Oh,
learn
that's true."
something every day, no
Yeah,
matter what your
exactly.
age
So
is.
just
You're
because
never
you're,
too old to learn. Yeah.
older or younger doesn't mean anything.
Right.
So I think we just gotta take.
Sometimes the little bitty kids can teach us something. They be saying, we be
exactly.
like, oh, okay, yeah.
And that's kind of like the purpose of having children. Really is to, like, that's your mirror. You need to learn about yourself as well. And so it's like having a kid, you kind of like go through certain things. You start learning about yourself and learn how to be a parent. Like they taught you that.
Yeah.
There's no manual.
No, it's not. It's not. That's why I say with my mom, I have to tread lightly with her a little bit. I have to walk on ice, but she don't see what I see. So, and then she's still mourning my dad. So
Yeah.
that makes it even harder.
Because it hasn't been that long.
It makes
just
it
barely
hard.
a year.
Yeah. So I try to. That's one thing I have to burn some of the stuff that she's going through, because she don't know to burn it herself.
Yeah.
So I have to be that voice and that prayer behind
You're
her, and she don't
interceding
even know
for her.
it. Yeah. So I have to help her with that, because she wasn't even at the Let It Burn. She couldn't make it. Yeah, she couldn't make it because I believe she had, because she keeps veterans. Like I said before, my mom has a home health care, and so she keeps veterans. So she wasn't able to come to the Let It Burn, and she was really upset about it. And I was like, Mom, but you should have been there.
You hear Mama
probably
take some
was like,
paper. Mama take some paper.
She probably was like, I would have been
And
if I
here's
could.
a big pen.
Yeah,
Write everything
we're
down.
gonna make sure she's there next year, and I'm gonna hire somebody to watch her
Right.
patients for her, because you don't never
her
need to
hand and
miss
write
it.
it for her.
Yeah, you can't miss it, Mama.
Speaking of next year, are you planning on having Let It Burn in August?
No, I think I'm gonna change the date. And the reason why I'm going to change the date is because there were a lot of ladies that couldn't come because they were taking their kids to college. And I still want as many people as I can. I want to touch as many ladies as I can. So it was quite a few of them said that's why they didn't come.
And that'd be good for them to bring their children to their daughters and stuff like that.
That's another thing. I would.
That's what I was
really
gonna
love-
touch on,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would really love mother-daughter.
Oh, that would be nice.
I think a lot of young women definitely need to go to this event. You would definitely learn a lot, especially with the speakers you had
That's
there.
what I was
There
about to
some
say,
amazing
yeah.
Speakers.
Yeah.
We had Kina on our last
Yeah.
show, or Kenna, sorry,
Kenna.
on our
Yeah.
last show, and I'm like, I think I missed the beginning of it, but I
Oh, she
caught
was
like
good.
it towards the end. I'm like, you were really good. She's a really good speaker.
She's refreshing.
All of the ladies were good.
And then the young lady that you had, I think
Ashley.
she's very,
Very
yes.
good.
Very
Actually, she just
inspirational.
opened up her
wanna
beauty
have her
school.
I remember her talking about that.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
really
Yeah,
need,
we
because
Yeah, because I was like,
she
oh, I
has
didn't get a chance
energy
to
out
talk
of this
because I think she had
world.
to leave. So I didn't get a chance
She
to
did.
talk
She
to her. I'm
had to
like,
catch a flight out. She is so full of energy.
Yeah.
Her
We have
mom,
to get her information from you.
Okay, her mom. How we connected? Her aunt is married to my uncle, and her mom and I were the flower girls.
Whoa.
We were the flower girls in the wedding. That's our joke all the time. We were the flower girls. in the
Y'all was little
we was
bitty
real
kids.
bitty girls. Her
I'm
mom,
like,
and
you
I-
know everybody.
yeah, I know a lot of people. I can't keep it a secret, but I do know a lot of people. Like Keena say, you always open up doors for people, and I honestly do. I try to do that, and I don't want any rewards for it. I don't need nobody to tell anybody that I open that door. I just want the door open for you.
Exactly.
So
I love that.
yeah, I don't, but I do it a lot. But for Ashley, what really drew me to her, she acts just like her mom. And her mom, we call her Bird. Bird is so bubbly, and she's so refreshing to be around. And I was watching her daughter on social media. And actually, we're not so close to Ashley didn't really know who I was. She didn't really know me like that.
Oh, okay.
But when I talked to her, we clicked, and I said, I feel like I already know you because you act just like your mom. I said, you your mom times 3. So I knew she was gonna be good. I knew she was gonna be good. She's a businesswoman. She really is a excellent role model for young girls, young women. I'm not gonna say girls. I'm gonna say women.
Right.
So her energy is out of this world. She's
wow.
good.
She do, yeah. She's a good speaker too.
She is.
There was one young lady that was there. Though. I think she was the only young one that was there.
My daughter was young.
Oh, yeah, your daughter-
Yeah, remember
your
me and her
daughter
was
too.
partners.
That's right.
In the exchange, find a friend and
You know what? I actually like that. I don't like. I feel like I don't like to be put on the spot, or you got to get up and do this. I'm like, dang. At first, I'm like, dang, but then I actually really like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
it kind of, and I'm
it's
thinking
kind of like an icebreaker.
yeah, and then
It
you
is,
get to
'cause
know,
I
you
hate
get to
doing
meet
those
new people.
Like when you do icebreakers in school and stuff, they do it like, I gotta speak.
I was kind of against the
I like
icebreaker. I was kind of against it, and like I said, I had a whole team of ladies that pushed me into a lot of stuff. Because when they said icebreaker, I'm like, why?
It did take some time though. It took.
It was
a lot
too
of time
long.
up for
It was too long for me.
And I think
Yeah, and there's
everyone
so
didn't
many
even go
women
up.
there. You're right. Yeah,
It
that
was too long
can be
for me.
eliminated.
So
maybe.
that's another thing. That's another thing that I said that I would do different. Of course, I wouldn't make it an all-day event, or either make half of it shopping time, and then if you want to come after the shopping time or something like that. So I just have to work it out a little bit different.
Yeah, the icebreaker could be like from table to table, just kind of do a quick little exercise or like a little game or something like that. That could be a nice icebreaker.
I think it depends on how many women come.
That's the key.
So if we have a larger number of women, we won't be able to do an icebreaker.
Right, because it'll take too long.
It'll take way too long. Yeah. So I think at that point, we just have to dive into really starting the ministry. Because that's what I look at it as.
Yeah.
I look at it as a ministry. And so once everybody get comfortable and start really engage, and then they can walk around and talk to some other ladies and meet some people if they like it. We could have in between the speakers, but that's something different I would do as well, because I felt like I was exhausted. I was exhausted.
You look like you were
mentally.
exhausted.
I was just exhausted because it was heavy on me. Let me tell y'all, I cried because I think y'all had left at the end, and I cried so hard when we burned it and it was over. It was just like a relief off of me, because I was stressed out the whole entire planning. I was stressed, and I got to the point to where when I met with the ladies, I said, y'all, I'm thinking about changing the date, and it was like, for what? I said, I just don't feel like I'm ready. I don't feel like it's gonna go well. And these ladies came together. It was Lo, Marshall, Dietrich, and Gay. Those are my 4 sheroes. So they told me, no, we gonna do it. They made me do a Zoom like every week up into it, and they kind of pushed me on through it, because I was gonna change it. I was gonna change the date, but I'm glad I did not. And I had to.
I'm glad you didn't either.
And see, at work we would talk about it. I'd be like, Kamece, you gotta do it.
Yeah. I said I'm gonna do it.
She was like, I don't think it's gonna be anybody there.
But then you don't want to get to the point where you keep pushing it back, and then you kind of feel relieved that you did it, but it's like, no.
And then some people can't come because they're planning on coming the first time you said it. Then you push it back, they be like, oh, well, I ain't gonna be able to make it because I got something else planned for it.
And one thing they told me, they kept telling me, whoever's supposed to be there will be there.
Oh yeah. That's for sure.
And then I was kind of stressed out because I didn't have enough ladies to get the original space that I was gonna get. So that's when I reached out to Portia, the one that owned the venue that we were at, and I was telling her, I said, Portia, do you have this date available? And she said, let me look. And she said, yeah, I got it available. I said, I'm gonna have to move my event. And I said, is there any way, you can let me have it there at your event and give me time to set up and everything? She said, Kamece, you do whatever you want.
Oh wow.
And she gave me my price. I gave it to her. She said, have your way. Just do do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, when she came after I decorated and everything the night before, she was like, "Oh my God,
it looks so nice! Oh my God,
Yeah.
you did your thing."
Yeah.
So I think when I looked at it after we finished decorating, I felt a little
better.
Yeah, I felt a little better.
Uh-huh.
And then the next day, when I went in there and we started putting other stuff, last minute things together, and Portia came, I cried. I cried all day, y'all. I cried all day, and it was tears of happiness and appreciation. My tears were not tears of I'm just upset or anything. It was tears of relief, and it was tears of happiness, and it made me feel good to see the ladies so excited about being there. So that right there, it took me deep. It took me deep.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. But back to what I was supposed to tell y'all. Yeah, I want mother daughters because I want to see more young ladies because I feel like we're losing our young women.
Yeah.
We losing them bad.
Oh yeah.
And we losing them to TV. We losing social media. And I'm big on body shaming. I hate to see young women body shame one another.
It is so bad. It's like once you get on social media, it's like, why do people just make fun of? And then once you say something about it, you're being, you just sensitive.
Yeah.
No, like you find joy in this. That is so wrong.
And then a lot of young women don't have respect for themselves. They get on there and they just talk about all kind of stuff. Like this one young lady be on there talking about all the guys she done been with and I'm just like,
there was a
where's your mama at?
Like, even if we did do that stuff,
you keep
that
it
we
to
kept
yourself.
to ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't go on social media
and they
like,
just
people
tell all their business.
It's like, ugh.
So that's one of the things that I'm real passionate about is helping.
And
our young girls.
we definitely need more of that. Like after COVID, it just people's mental health just went down. Like I know people that has gotten like they started getting anxiety during COVID, and it's just like all kind of health issues came after that. And so with going to therapy, we all need that, but some people cannot get into therapy, and some therapists are booked up way out, because that happened during COVID and after COVID, and so. Even with therapy, there's other things that we need. And so it's just because it has to be constant. We have to constantly work on ourselves. Some people don't know where to start. And this is a good place. It's like it shows you where to start to let go a lot of the things that you're going through.
So you can see where you need to be. And my daughter was there. I heard she cried a lot. I heard she cried a lot. And I know why she cried, because she goes through stuff. And because I'm her mom, she don't take it in like everybody else takes it in. Because like at work, Miss Kathy will tell you, they like come to me like I'm their mother. That's how the young people come and talk to me, and I'm always getting in trouble because they're at my desk. Because I'm like, y'all get away from me, and I have to tell them that. But they always come back there and they talk to me, and I love the fact that they appreciate my advice that I give them. And sometimes I think I'll look at them and I'll say, "You not having a good day?" "No, Miss Kamece, I'm not." I just get up and give them a hug, because I don't know if they're getting a hug at the house. So I feel like at this point you need a hug. I've given so many hugs back there in that corner and don't nobody know it. So I just really think our young girls need it.
They do.
They really need it bad. And if I can set something up to bring them to the event. And have set some up, try to
and
get
some of them may not even have rides and stuff. That might be
so
something.
you get some sponsorship that help out with it.
So that's one of my deals that I want to do next time.
I had so much fun. It was so nice.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed
and
it.
the food was just wonderful.
Yes.
And we love that y'all are a team. That is just beautiful.
And you had a lot of people there that you work with, and some people, I guess one of the guys that help cook or something.
Yeah, Miller. Miller was our
Miller.
coworker.
It's like I just clean to him. It's like he's my work son. Seriously,
Aww.
I love Miller. That's my baby right there.
Yeah,
and I can call him
Wait
for
till I
anything.
start having some work children.
Yeah,
I think I have some already.
you probably do. I know it. I have several. And I love them. You know, I tell them all the time. I say I love y'all, and I talk to y'all like y'all my kids.
I think we share Jameer. She's my work daughter.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's Jameer's her work daughter. That's because they sit right next to each other, and I'm the work auntie.
Yeah, you the work auntie.
I need to give you a work mama. I always become friends with everybody. I be having friends that's 80 years old. I love older people.
That's okay.
I love older people. I love grandmothers and like grandfathers, and I don't have any grandparents anymore, and so I just love when they come in. I'm very I'm very patient, and so they like to talk to me, and they'll just sit there. Sometimes they don't care for patients over there, and I don't care either because I want to talk to you. So I just love older people, and I just cling to them. I don't know.
And they have such good wisdom to share.
They do. And then a lot of them, you know, they don't have people to talk to. Or they can't talk to their grandkids, and so they get so excited when you want to hear what they want to say or like their stories or whatever.
I had a woman that I called the other day. You know, when we was doing our overtime, so I called this lady, and oh my gosh, she must have kept me on the phone for 45 minutes. I kept saying, "Ma'am, okay, well, thank you. I got everything. But, you know, Thanksgiving is coming up." I said, "Yes, ma'am, it is. Can you hold on for a minute?" I said, "Yes, ma'am."
They be cracking me up trying to have you on hold.
Sometimes,
Come on, hold on. Let me look at what you talk. Why you still talking to me and talk to yourself? Bye.
Yeah, sometimes they just need someone to talk to. They do.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to really get into some things.
All right. I'm ready.
Welcome back. We're back here with our guest, Kamece of Let It Burn. Kamece, so you ready to give us all the deets?
Let's go. Wait. Ask away what you need to know. I'm ready.
You know what I want to know? Have you ever like experienced someone having a breakthrough, like at one of your events?
I'm not gonna say I have. Well, let me say I'm not gonna say that they revealed it to me. I have had somebody come to me later on and told me how it blessed them and how they had a breakthrough. Before it's like being right there, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. I think people get a little nervous and shy.
Probably because a lot of people are around.
So has anyone ever cried then at the?
Oh yeah. Now that it'd be a river flowing.
Well, that's kind of like breakthroughs to me to
Some of
see.
them could be,
crying. Yeah.
It was a lot of crying going on.
Sometimes it's crying because of what they're writing down, like the situation. They have to really think about it again.
Yeah.
But some of it could be breakthroughs. It's like, oh my God, I didn't know that I was going through this, and now I'm like getting over.
That's how I felt. Yeah. I think one of the things that I stayed away. I stayed in the background during the event. I didn't walk around or try to get involved because I wanted to stay in the background because I wanted to see how everybody reacted, and that let me know if it was worth even doing it. And it was a lot of ladies in that back that I saw crying. I seen a lot of tissue coming out. So it was some crying going on. I don't know if y'all had left when the one lady got up and talked. Yeah, y'all had left when we did when they sat down and talked with everyone. So one of the ladies, she got real emotional about domestic violence.
Okay, I think I was there for part of it.
She was really it hit her hard about the domestic violence, and I think it's because of what she went through with her situation.
Is that the one who's still with her husband in the end? Okay,
no, this one is she is a church member of mine.
Oh, she was one.
She
for
came
the
later
audience,
though,
right?
didn't she?
No, this is not one of the speakers.
Oh,
It's somebody in the audience.
This was someone in the
Okay,
audience.
gotcha.
So that we had the sit down and did Q&A
Oh.
and everything. I think y'all had left when we did our
Okay,
Q&A.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
I
Y'all
left
had
right
left.
after
It got
we
real
started.
heated. It got real heated after y'all left.
Oh.
Not in a bad way. Not in a
about
bad way.
to say.
Not in a bad
the
way.
drama?
So she was explaining that she didn't understand why she was still with her husband with domestic violence. When she said pretty much she wanted
I think I did hear that question. Yeah.
and she was saying that the guy he really did her bad. He almost killed her.
Oh, wow.
So it was almost an insult to her. I think she was offended.
She sounded like she was.
She
so,
was.
yeah.
She was. She and I could tell. She broke down crying about it. And then there was another lady that stood up and she cried about it. So domestic violence, I noticed that's another thing I learned. I have to be mindful of who I allow to speak and what they speak about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it really rubs some people the wrong way.
I can see that. Yeah. I can see
And
that.
I hate that it rubbed them like that.
But
because
you-
that's not what
But
it was
everybody
meant to
have
do.
their
know what?
own
Yeah,
journey and
her-
story.
I get
so.
it. That's her story, and
Right.
maybe it just wasn't for that time. I don't know. Or that audience.
I don't know. I wouldn't
People
say
always
when that was a release event. So why wasn't that the time?
I guess.
I
yeah,
think it
you're
was
right.
the time. Yeah.
But it struck some nerves, and Keena broke it. Like, okay, let's get to something else because it's getting too thick in here. So we talked about some other things, but we really couldn't talk about a whole lot because they were so focused in on the domestic violence.
Wow, yeah.
So it's almost like we couldn't get away from it.
And I think that's one thing that they need to burn is taking everything so personal because
that's
that
what
is
I
her
was about
story.
to say. That's her story,
So
and
what
they
you
trying
said,
to.
that's
Yeah.
what you said is right because, and that's what people do though. It's just like this is about me. This is my story. I'm not telling you to do it.
Right.
And she mentioned
And
that
it's
before,
almost
right?
like
She
they
did.
trying to tell her you should do how I say
Yeah,
because
you
I
can do
didn't.
that.
You can't do
Yeah,
that.
She gave a disclaimer before
Yeah.
she spoke, and I really like Coco. That's the speaker's name. I like her story.
I like her
She's
too.
a
I
real
like how she's
genuine
so-
person. Yes, she's a very genuine person. I really liked her. So I hate that certain people didn't receive it the way she
Right,
did out there.
right.
But sometimes
And
gotta
like
let
you
the
said,
bitterness
she
go.
told him, "This is my
But
story."
maybe even like
Everybody's
maybe
story
even
is
before the
different.
speakers do speak, maybe that's something that you can start saying. Then it's like everyone has their story. Please don't get offended,
Yeah.
by anything because that's their story.
Yeah.
And my thing is now you're offending her because you
You
feel
are.
offended.
You trying
Yeah.
to make her feel like what
Bad
she's
about
doing.
what she's-
Yeah.
and
what
now
she's
I'm
sitting in.
offended. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Yeah.
So that right there, that wasn't a breakthrough, but that was an eye opener for me.
Yeah.
Because I've never experienced domestic violence to that extent. I'm not gonna say I've never experienced it because I have, but I've never experienced it to that extent. So I had to be respectful with how she felt.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
And I thought about it, and she came to me afterwards. She said, "Kamece, if you ever want me to speak, I will." About her domestic violence, but I don't know if that's something I'm gonna put in it next time.
Yeah.
It was thick.
Because people are, if they're not over something, they get real sensitive.
They do.
And I don't want to insult anyone.
And that's
And
one
that-
thing. And that's one thing. It's hard to get over. Is domestic violence.
It is. It is. It is.
It really
And there's
is.
different types of it.
It definitely.
Yeah,
It could be
'cause with
mental,
Coco-
physical. Yeah.
Well,
Or in
Coco,
both.
she probably is more comfortable because she probably didn't feel like her life was threatened.
Yes. That's
And she was a
what I
strong
was
little
saying.
woman too. She
That's
was
what I
like,
was
"Oh, I'm leaving." This
Yeah.
is, she
Yeah.
wasn't playing no games. But
Exactly.
then some people get to the point where it's just like, I almost lost my life, or I was scared for my life.
Right.
And I was in it for so long, I couldn't
Yeah.
leave. She built up the courage to leave after the first or second time she
Right.
got her hands put on her.
When I talked to Coco and we discussed what she wanted to speak about, she said that they pretty much, both of them, have dealt with domestic violence. So I that's what made me want to allow her to speak. That's what made me want her to speak.
To hear from both sides.
Yeah, to hear from both sides. So I just, I don't think that domestic violence is gonna be one of the topics next year. We
Let
we
that
might
rest
spend-
for a
yeah,
while.
let it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
lie
have
down
like
a little
an
bit.
event that's geared towards domestic violence, that'd probably be different,
Right.
Because then people kind of know what to expect a little
Right.
bit,
Right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be more of an empowerment upbeat deal. That's why I really enjoyed Keena, because she was very good for the soul that day.
Yeah,
I
She was
love
good
her.
for the soul
Oh my
that
gosh,
day.
yes.
Yeah. So she, my husband even said it. He said, "Oh, I'm so glad you put her first, because she was
Very upbeat, yeah.
Yeah, he said she was perfect. He said Keena was perfect, and then Ashley. I was looking at everybody's energy.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was looking at. And Ashley energy was so good and
It
so
was.
welcoming that I'm like, okay, that's the type of energy I'm looking for. Keena and Ashley, and not taking away from Vaughn and Coco, because they're more
Yeah.
serious people.
Right.
Yeah.
They're more serious people. So I know now that I really, really need to dig deep on their personalities, whoever the person is.
And it's good to have the serious people there too, because that's the stuff
Yeah.
we need to hear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially when you see or hear other people that have the similar story to you. It's interesting to see like how they got over what they got over,
Right.
especially if you're still going through it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But those are the only kind of, going back to the breakthroughs. Those are kind of the only breakthroughs, and I did see a lot of crying. And even when we were burning, it was a lot of crying.
Oh, wow.
So y'all wasn't there.
We
for
missed the
actual
burning.
burn.
Yeah.
So the actual burn.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
I know.
it was some crying when the actual burning went on.
That's
and I'm
good,
gonna tell
though.
you something that really, really brought tears to my eyes. So everybody put their stuff in the little grill thing that we use for the burning, and Vaughn prayed
Okay.
as the fire was going. When Vaughn finished praying, the fire had went out.
Oh wow.
It was like perfect. It was really
Wow.
perfect. And I said, that's how I knew that what I did was worth it.
Yeah.
That was my moment when I said, God, you spoke to me and you showed me that what I did was worth it. So that's making me teary eyed now just thinking about it, because that really satisfied.
That was a touching
yeah,
moment.
that satisfied my concern.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
answered the
That was
question,
kinda like
did
your
I do
answer
it
to your
right?
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Should I continue this or not?
And I
Yeah.
really wanted to stay for that too, because I just wanted to see that burn. It's like nothing like seeing all that just burn.
And it was such a nice picture. I have to show y'all the picture.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
such a nice picture when you see it, because a lot of the
You gotta
ladies
send
caught
it,
it.
yeah. So
Yeah,
we
that
can
would
put it on the
have
recap.
been nice.
Okay,
We had it.
okay.
Could have put it on the screen.
I didn't even think about that.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
saying we can put it on the recap. The picture.
Oh,
We can send
okay.
it.
Yeah,
to
send
y'all.
it, yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of ladies that took the pictures and sent them to me and showed, and had them on Facebook and stuff. But I thought it was just beautiful. It was just a beautiful scene to me. It's crazy. Fire can be beautiful. It
Yeah.
really can. It's not always a bad thing.
And that's what a lot of things too. Some people use something for pain. Some people, use it to make them happy.
Right.
It just
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
So, do you feel that it's important for people or a person to do a release / let it burn multiple times throughout the year?
I do. Because every day you have a struggle every day.
Every day.
Anybody that say their days are perfect, they're fooling themselves. And I don't want to be near you. Because there is no perfect person.
Right.
And you're a liar.
And
So I don't want
exactly.
you.
So I don't want to be near you. So I feel like, if you need to burn every day,
I think I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah,
Like every
if you
night
need
before I
to
go to
burn
bed.
every day.
Just like, it's just like journaling. That could be one of the things. One thing
That's
I wanted to
true.
burn from that day
That's
that I
true.
just didn't go well for me or
Right.
didn't like, I'm just gonna do it.
right,
Yeah.
right.
That is.
a good
I
idea.
do think so. Yeah, I think that it's necessary and it's therapeutic.
It
It's
is.
very therapeutic.
And you can just feel the energy after things start shifting for you, and then you just see things change. Just allow it to change. You
Right.
just can see like
Right.
all the changes, all the good things that happen to you after.
The
Yeah.
naturalness of it is what I
Yeah.
love. It just comes natural that, hey, God's shifting it for me because I told him no more.
Yeah, and the thing is you have to have your intentions have to be there. You're really letting it go.
Exactly.
And you're not gonna let it bother
That's the
you.
key.
Because when you
That's
start,
the key.
you're not letting those good things come in because you're holding on to all that stuff.
Right. You can't let them in.
Yeah. You have to fully dedicate yourself to say, I'm not gonna let this bother me anymore, and I'm gonna let it go because I got other things I have to do.
Yeah.
So-
And you can't do the good things that you need to do when you're holding on to the bad, because
Right.
the bad is going to always outweigh
It is.
the good.
It is. But
Yeah, that's why I say negative people, they love company. They try to bring everybody in with them.
The old folks say misery loves company.
They do. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
very
honey, I ain't
true.
good company then, because I ain't about to be miserable with you.
Not at all.
I don't even want to be miserable by myself. I don't want to do it with somebody else.
It doesn't
double
feel
the
good.
energy.
Yeah,
No.
it doesn't feel good.
But that's the thing. They don't want to do it by themselves. That's why they try to include
Pull
you in.
everybody
Yeah.
else in. You're
I'll
right.
stop you real
You're
quick.
right.
You gotta back up. No, because that's like one of my boundaries too. Don't come to me with negativity. I don't want to be on the phone with you talking about somebody. I don't want to be on the phone being negative, or I don't even want to hear you talking about yourself negative.
Right.
Right.
And
Exactly.
then don't throw me in it either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. So my next question is, when you first started this, you was having it in your home, and you had quite a few women that came out.
Yeah.
And this past year, you had it at a venue. So, which one did you like best? At your home versus having it at a venue, or at the venue versus your home?
I honestly can say I like the one at the venue.
Okay.
And I like the one at the venue because of the speakers.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because I normally don't have speakers. I normally just have
You
ladies
do
pray.
more.
Yeah,
Oh,
we just
okay.
normally had prayer. So I say for sure, 100%, I love the one that we did at the venue.
Okay. So, going forward, more than likely, it'll be at a venue.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. From here
Yeah,
on
because
out.
you want to continue to have speakers, right?
Yeah, I want to continue having
Yeah, that
speakers.
was a good addition to
That-
it. I'm telling
yeah,
you.
definitely,
You have some
definitely.
good speakers, man.
Yeah. And
Very
that's-
engaging,
yes.
funny too.
Yeah.
Even though it's like I'm talking about something serious, I'm gonna crack a joke about it because I'm over it. So
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
crack a little joke about it in there.
And having those speakers, you never know who, whatever they're saying, that person in the audience may need that. You don't know who may need what they're saying. And that's really good to have those speakers there to help someone.
Right, right. I was very appreciative of them. I didn't know none of their stories
Right.
except Keena.
Right.
I
That-
mean, I know Keena's story, but even with her, it's some things I don't know. It's some things I don't know.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to know. I want to be just as surprised as everybody
yeah.
else.
Right. Yeah.
So I just told him, "Hey, you talk about what you want to talk about. This
Yeah.
this is your story, not mine."
So I can't tell you how to tell your story or tell
Right.
you what part of your story to tell. So I was just as surprised as you guys were.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And just like the domestic violence speakers, they did help someone, even though the
they
women
did.
that was against it or whatever, it did help someone.
Yeah.
But you know what? Even though you feel some type of way, I feel like that's not a bad thing. Because I
No, it's
went to, we had her on the show, Tana. She speaks about, she was sexually assaulted. And when I went to her event and she spoke about it, something hit me at that moment. And something that happened to me.
Oh.
And I didn't realize how bad it was. And then a few days after that, I started to get really depressed because I was thinking about it. But then it wasn't a bad thing. That's just like healing. If stuff comes up, that's a part of my healing journey.
You have to face
So, so just like with the lady that got mad, but this is a part of her healing journey. So she may be offended, but it's like sometimes you have to look at it a different way.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, oh, you know what? And then even looking at her offense a way. Because it's like, okay, why was I so offended
Right.
that she
While
talked
I'm
about
not
it? She
over
felt
it.
that-
Right,
she felt
exactly.
that
I'm
way.
not
Yeah.
over it.
So sometimes we do have to look at ourselves and be like, why this and why? Question ourselves. Question yourself all the time. Like, just like you want to question God, question
Yeah.
yourself too.
You have to check yourself. You have to check yourself. You do. You do.
So, all right, well, y'all ready?
Let's let it burn.